Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't uploaded in a while now, but as always, I plan to change that and I plan to make more videos and be more consistent, but hey, life gets in the way sometimes. But yes, I want to make a video about a camera that I played with about a month ago, and I took it with me on a trip to Norway, and I want to share a couple of my opinions. And that camera is Pentax 17. This camera has been released a few months now, and I know I'm a little bit late to the game of people like giving their reviews and stuff like that, so I plan to keep this as short and sweet and simple as possible. So what is Pentax 17? In case you were living under a rock, you probably haven't heard that Pentax has released a new film camera, yes, in 2024, and that is the Pentax 17 camera. It's a fully analog camera, so as you can see there's no display on the back. It works with 35mm film, and what's kind of great about it is that it's a half frame camera. The reason why I'm saying it's great is that what it does, instead of having a standard 36 pictures on your 36 film roll or 24, you get to double that. So on a 36 roll you get about 72, I think. My math is very bad, so don't quote me on that. And on a 24 roll film you get about 48 pictures. It's a fully automatic camera. You do not have the option to put your own settings in. It has a focus at the front of the lens where you can basically change it. It's a zone focus, so you're kind of giving the camera information regarding how far away from the camera the subject is. You have options such as landscape, group of photos, portrait, macro, and food as well. And the camera will kind of direct the focus in that sort of area. There is an ISO dial at the top where you can set the ISO. It can go up to 3200 ISO. And then you have a couple of simple modes at the top here. So you have an automatic mode. You have a P mode, which is the program mode, where you can use the compensation. You have a nighttime mode. You have a bokeh mode, or bokeh, bulk mode, and then you also have a flash option and a P mode. I really enjoy using this camera. I know there's different reviews and different opinions out there about the camera itself. I enjoy using it because being an automatic camera, and because it allows me to have double the amount of photos. I wasn't that worried about, oh, should I take this picture? I was a little bit more careless with the frames that I was taking. That being said, when my film came back from the lab, thank you Minilab, I was really surprised. I didn't expect them to look as good as they did. Yes, there were a couple of them that were not quite right, or my focus was not set quite in the right way, and I will put a couple of them on the screen here so you can have a look. But overall I was really impressed. Considering it's a fully automatic camera, it weighs almost nothing, and it's roughly a little bit smaller. Fair enough, you do have the grip here, but it's a little bit smaller than my phone. It's great to take with you on holiday. I didn't really feel like I was carrying an extra camera with me. Sometimes I even forgot that I had it hanging around my neck, and it was great as a point and shoot, you know, just to capture some of your travels in a film format is great. There's a few things that I didn't particularly enjoy. One of them is the shutter. It's very, very, very quiet, which again, if you're doing street photography or if you're at an event or something and you don't want it, you know, to be in people's faces, that's absolutely perfect. But to me, it just felt a bit, yeah, too quiet. As sometimes if I was out and about in Oslo, for example, I was taking a picture, I couldn't really tell, did the camera actually fire? Did I hear it? Did it click? Like, what's going on? So that's the one thing that I wasn't really enjoying that much. It just doesn't. It's one thing when you use a proper when you use an old film camera versus this. But yeah, that's the one thing that it's a bit of a letdown for me. I wish it was a little bit louder, or I wish that the shutter sounded a little bit more, you know, powerful. It had a little bit more oomph. And I think the other thing is just the overall design, let's say. It feels very plasticky when you hold it. It's very light, which is great, but compared to a proper sort of film camera, like one of the old school ones, this feels more like a toy. It feels like, yeah, it's just almost like a Lego camera. If I put it next to my Lego camera, they will probably weigh about the same amount. But yeah, overall, I really enjoy this camera. I like using it. I like the friendliness to the camera, that it's very easy to use for everyone. I like the fact that it's very small and it can fit in your pocket. And I really like the quality of the images, even though it's a half-frame camera. That's probably the most surprising thing. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. And if you get a chance to get one or to try one, I would highly recommend it. As I said, this is going to be a short video, just, you know, just to get back into doing these videos. And a massive shout out to Vintage Camera Hut, whose t-shirt I'm wearing as well, because they kindly lent me this camera to take with me in Norway and use it. And also, I still have a film in here that I need to finish before I take it back to them. So yes, if you're after one of them, check Vintage Camera Hut, or maybe buy an old one, because they do have quite a big range on there. But yes, thank you Vintage Camera Hut for allowing me to take this baby with me to Norway and get all these amazing pictures. Until next time.